Social Music Talk. Social Music Talk with Alex Cosper and producer Sam Kadura.
Yeah, that's me.
Talking on the topic of music.
Music, baby.
The past, present, and future of music. And we're going to open up the phone lines for the first time ever on this show. We're into
cool.
week number 14.
John Young's online right now.
Awesome. Let's talk with John.
Hang on a second. Let me hang on, John. You're up.
John Young from Sacramento. Actually, originally, I think, L.A. or San Diego. John.
Originally from San Diego. You guys are broadcasting from my hometown right there.
Awesome. All right. So did you go to college in San Diego?
I did. Go Aztecs. I'm a proud San Diego State grad with class of 87, although I did take a couple of extra semesters to get out of there. So wasn't exactly 4 years, but some of the best years of my life were down there from the mid-'80s to the end of the 80s. So it's great to talk to you again, AC.
Yeah, John. And let's let everyone know that you're on the air, and tell us where you work.
Well, I do the morning show at 95.3 KUIC, which is up in just sort of 45 minutes east of San Francisco. So they call it the far East Bay, not just the East Bay, but that's kind of the market that I've been in since, it'll be 20 years on the 1st of November. It's still unbelievable.
Well, how cool. Congratulations.
That's ridiculous.
Congrats,
It's a ridiculous amount of time to be in the same market, but it's been
fun.
No
kidding.
Hey, so you have a gig. You also play in a band. You've been a musician for years, as long as I've known you and longer. Tell us about your gig happening today.
Well, it's pretty cool. You and I, of course, go way back when I first came to Northern California, and I was looking for work as a studio musician. You were kind enough to rope me into some of the work that you were doing at the time in the early 90s. And really, it just sort of spun off from there, finding different musicians to play gigs with. And, here I am. I don't know, that was 92 when I moved up into the area. That was 100 years ago. And now I'm still playing with a great group of guys that are actually my neighbors here. We all live in Roseville, just outside of Sacramento. Mm-hmm. And we've been playing what we call the winery circuit, which is trying to take some of our original tunes and break them down acoustically, like you're familiar with, and go out and play in these wineries where you don't have you've got maybe 30 people enjoying Chardonnay, and you can try your stuff out and see if it goes over well. And so far it's done well. Tonight is actually a private party for one of those people that saw us at a winery. Now they're going to have some gigantic, drunken, raging 50th birthday for somebody. So we're going to actually plug the electric guitars and drums and lights and smoke in and try to make it a big show for this guy. But it's been fun to play, and I got to give you a lot of credit, AC. You're one of the first people in Northern California to give me a chance to use those skills and to continue to work as a session musician, and it was fun. It still is.
Oh yeah, definitely. I still have those recordings that we did back in the 90s.
And you know what? I love when you'll post on some of your social media channels not only some of the tunes that we did, but some of the way we looked back then. Just some of the mullets that I was able to get away with, and you too, my friend. I mean, you're a good-looking dude, but there was a time we both went through some trying to find ourselves like follically, and I'm glad I'm glad it sort of mellowed out a little bit. But there were some times that were a little sketchy.
Yeah, it was kind of like an era of images, and they were just different images from now.
Sure.
I mean, back then it was.
And you know what? It really has been fun to see how you, and of course, for your listeners who know, you've been all over the place and you program stations and you've been in the industry for a long, long time. But what do you find different about San Diego? I know you and I were talking a little bit off mic about your being there, but you'll always consider Sac your home.
Yeah.
And I always used to think I would always consider San Diego and that area my home, but I'm getting your flow here. I really feel like a Northern Californian after almost 30 years. It took a while, but I understand how you kind of never get the Northern California out of you, really.
Well, Northern California is different, a different culture, and it's a more laid back. In my opinion, it's less stressful. It's more like people there are more down to earth and more. It's more of a one-on-one culture. Whereas down here, it's like one versus millions. Like it's just a different world. You know what I mean? Like it's you.
Well, I do, but you've still, being a one-on-one and very interpersonal guy, you've still been able to carve out a nice life down there. When I see pictures of you on the beaches I used to pretend to surf on, I'm like, God, come on. What is Alex doing? Is he going to come back? Are we going to see you back in Sacramento anytime soon? I guess that's probably my question.
Well, my high school reunion is 2020, so definitely coming back for that. I'm always the DJ
All
for
right.
that.
Except not this year. I'm stealing the gig from you.
I can get you a band. I know that. I can hook you up with a band. So
Cool.
if you need some music, I can. We got you covered.
Hey, as far as your band, do you do covers or what do you do?
Well, we started off with a mix of covers and originals, and now it's exciting. The name of the band is Vino Banditos. For anybody who's interested in checking us out on social media, that's kind of how we've connected with our fan base. And they've responded really well to the original stuff we've been mixing into the set. So next month, on the 14th and 15th, we're going to the studio here in Sacramento to record the tracks and actually get them up on our social media sites and just offer them to our fans for free. Because at this rate, everybody's kind of made their money. This is more about enjoying what we do, and we create something we feel like people like when they see it live. They should have a nice representation of it as a recorded piece of work. So those should be out by July 4th, and we can celebrate the summer listening to ourselves on our phones and going, hey, we sound pretty good.
Cool. All right. Yeah.
So we're looking forward to it.
You've made some recordings that I think are great. You were in a band called the Darwins, and a lot of people in Roseville, I think, remember your band. They were cool.
Because I forced my neighbors to buy all the CDs that we never sold at Tower Records. But when I appreciate that, and you were one of the early proponents of that band and actually got us some airplay when you were doing alternative radio in Sacramento. So again, I got to tell you, AC, it's been a while since we've seen each other in person, but it's always great to catch up with you, and everything you did to help promote local music and promote my band in particular, you'll always be appreciated.
Well, thank you very much, John. And your anniversary coming up, your 20-year anniversary in radio, we've got to do something about that. It'd be great to interview you about that coming up in October. I
can't wait. I hope you'll have me back on the podcast. You guys are awesome. I'm glad you're doing what you're doing, and I just want to continue to have people come and check you out and follow you on social media. A lot of the stuff you do forces people to think and sort of get out of their comfort zone a little bit and question stuff. And I think that's the more of that, the healthier and the better off we'll all be. So keep up the good work.
Well, thank you very much, John. Thanks for calling in today.
No problem, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
You got it. And have fun at the show today.
I know. Everybody put down the Bud Light. Come on, we're going to try to grow up today, or we'll see how it works. Thanks, AC.
All right, John. See you later. Cool. Bye-bye. Halloran isn't here today because he is at a festival, the Rapture Festival in Long Beach. So he's enjoying that. That should be a fun time, a long list of bands. So anyway, Sam has left the board. That means I do not know if someone's calling in or not. I do not have access to the phone at this time. But Sam had to go get a drink or something like that. So we'll let him go get his drink. And if someone's calling in right now and it's ringing, I apologize. I can't get to the phone. I don't have access to that at the moment. But he should be back in the next few minutes to check that. So I myself am a musician. I'm not normally doing this kind of stuff. Normally I'm interviewing somebody, see, but today we planned, let's open up the phone lines, and it sounds like it's in tune. I won't have to waste time tuning it. You see, the guitar is something that you can take with you anywhere you want to go. You don't have to plug it in unless it's electric. And the Washington Post made a big deal a few years ago about how the electric guitar is dying. And they even showed an animated picture of flames in the background, bright orange fire. And we're supposed to believe it because it's the newspaper of record. Then I did some research and found out that electric guitar sales are not only near an all-time high, that they're nowhere close to dying, but there is a rock is dead movement going on that's been going on since the late 60s. And unfortunately, it gets linked with lots of darkness and bad stuff, even though it's the funnest music ever written. Part of that fact is because it's taken from the roots of so much soulful Americana. Hey, Sam, you're back. All right. I let the audience know that they don't need to call in till you're back. But since you're back, I'll give that.
That was nice of you, man. Thanks.
Yeah,
I just had to get something to drink because I haven't had anything for hours. But what's up?
Well, let's give out the number again. It's 866-977-2346, extension 1. Once again, that is a toll-free number, 866-977-2346, extension 1. Okay, so I was talking about the fact that the acoustic guitar is really the star of this decade.
Well, let's get you on the air, my friend. Let's get you on the air. From the band Hocus, and your name again was what?
Lando Martinez.
Does it say your first name again slower?
Lando Martinez. I know Lando.
Fat Lando. Beautiful. I'll let Alex know that you're with us. Stand by, my friend. It'll just be about 20 seconds. Stand by.
Yeah, I know Lando. Lando is really cool. He's in a band in San Diego here. So yeah, let's put Lando on the show.
Oh, you could hear me?
Yes, the whole time I heard you.
Holy cow, I'm glad I didn't say yes, you and blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's get Lando on. Yeah. Lando, are you there?
Hello, I am here.
Lando.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you, Lando. Thanks for calling in.
Okay. Oh, no worries. I was listening to your show earlier, and then when I was calling, I'm like, Alex, put the guitar down. I'm trying to call you. What's up?
Hey, I'm playing it right-handed, but you know what? I took you inspired me because you're a left-handed guitarist, and Halloran was talking about that, and Halloran's left-handed. So both of you guys, the fact that you're left-handed, it made me take an old beat-up guitar and restring it left-handed, so I'm trying to learn that now.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
Because I'm naturally...
I listened to that show with you and Halloran, and it was almost like a school lesson because he was talking about the Houses of the Holy album.
Oh, yeah.
With Jamaica.
That's right, yeah. Oh, you don't have to go.
Oh, I messed it up, didn't I?
Hey, but you're the pro. I'm not, man.
You're totally the pro.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I was telling my son earlier about your history in the Northern California radio scene and stuff.
Cool, thanks.
So,
is that your son who I saw jam with you that night at your house party?
Yes, and now he's of age, and he plays full time in the band now.
Oh, right
on. So we've grown from a 3-piece to a 4-piece.
And the band is Hocus. Tell us about your band, Hocus.
Hocus is the world's most dangerous band. We primarily keep the emphasis on rock guitar sounds. You know, really cool, catchy verses with cool sing-along choruses, and we're just trying to keep the guitar rock alive. There's no backing tracks or studio assist. Well, I mean, there is studio assist with the proper recording, but, we're a live band. What you hear recorded is probably better live.
Well, when I saw you guys live, you guys actually blew me away. Like you're a band that should be, on the big circuit because you have a really big sound and it's really melodic and cool.
Well, thank you so much. Coming from you, that means a lot.
Yeah.
So thank you. I do appreciate that very much.
And it does rock. It is. I thought it was more like STP, but it kind of has that sound. But it's more punk. I think what you do.
Yeah. Well, you saying Stone Temple Pilots, that means I'm a huge Weiland fan.
Yeah.
I saw him when he played here in San Diego, and 30 days later he was dead. So I was very, very thankful to have seen him.
That's too bad.
Very, very iconic lead singer, and I do get kind of upset because he gets forgotten a lot lately.
Yeah, that's too bad. I think a lot of that era, bad things have happened to a lot of those artists, and we've lost several of them, unfortunately. And I don't really know what much more to say about it other than that was a great era of music, and it's sad to see all those artists disappear.